Okay guys, so now we're at the board and we have our square and our circle. So let's put the origin right here, just because in our coding exercise we have the origin, and that will just help us in the future. And let's draw an x and y axis as well. So there's our y. And there's our x. So the way program worked, it generated a random point anywhere in the square. It could be inside of the circle, so anywhere in here, or it could be outside of the circle. So let's just say that the point generated was right here. It's we can write it in terms of x and y, and it's x, y. That's our coordinate for the point. Now, no matter where we would get a point, we know that we can find a distance between that point and the origin. So let's draw a line. So this is a distance. How can we use this distance to figure out whether the point is inside or outside of the circle? So if we draw a radius, so let's say this is our radius. If the distance from the origin to the point is more than the radius, then the point's going to be inside of the circle. If it's bigger than the radius, so if it was somewhere out here or out here, it'd be bigger than the radius and it would be outside of the circle. Now, how can we express the distance in terms of x and y? We can drop a line down to x-axis and create a triangle. A special kind of triangle, a right triangle. Now, one of the properties we know about right triangles is that we can use Pythagorean theorem, which says that a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. Now, when we created the triangle, we can see that this side is just our x, the length of x, and this is our y. Okay, so we are trying to find distance from the origin to the point in terms of x and y. Let's plug in x and y into this equation. So our a is x, so let's say x squared, and then our y is our b, so plus b squared, is equal to the distance we are trying to find squared. Sorry, y squared. To the distance we're trying to find squared. So because we are trying to just find the distance and not distance squared, let's take a square root of both sides. So we have the square root and the square root. Let's keep the left side the same. X squared plus y squared. And here the square root of c squared gets cancelled with the square, so we just get c. So now we have our distance expressed in terms of x and y. So as we said before, in order for a point to be inside of the circle, the distance between the origin and the point has to be smaller than the radius. So if our distance, so x squared plus y squared, is smaller than the radius, then it's inside of the circle. However, if our distance, x squared plus y squared, is bigger than the radius, then it's going to be outside of the circle. Let's see how we can use that to continue our coding.